All right, here we are. I am your girl, that dope hippie girl. Man, listen, if you haven't figured out by now, we having a motherfucking party today. And why are we having a party? Because it's Bob Marley's birthday. Come on now. So, in lovely memory of Sir Marley, we are smoking on some Jack Harrow mixed with some OG Diesel Kush. Now let's talk about why. And wrapped in a Juicy J birthday cake paper. Let's light up. And let's talk about some shit. For those of you, this is your first time, I am that dope hippie girl. Disclaimer, this is a podcast for and about being black and being gay and loving cannabis. I am the voice of those people who are under and misrepresented in the cannabis community. I'm going to continue to be. As long as I'm black and gay, my ass is going to speak up for us because these white motherfuckers don't give a fuck about us. I hate to say it, but it's the goddamn truth. Now, this is some good shit right here. So let's talk about OG Diesel Kush. So I've been smoking on this about a couple of days, and y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in love with this shit. It's a hybrid, and so as with most strains, it is good for if you have insomnia or if you're depressed. Like marijuana. Marijuana is going to help you with your stress and your depression. It's going to just let all that shit melt away. It also helps if you are having trouble eating, lack of appetite. To say it in layman's terms, this shit can give you the motherfucking munchies. So, and then the other thing I'm smoking is Jack Harrow. So this is important because, as most people know, Bob Marley was a big activist for the rights of and the equality of all people, especially those of us who our lineage traces back to the continent. And so Jack Harrow was an activist, a huge cannabis activist, and so this strain is named after him. And it's a sativa, and it will provide you a euphoria, focus. Like most sativas, it's a daytime weed, and so there's some shit you can smoke and get hella shit done. I plan on doing a lot today after I finish smoking this shit. It's good for pain, and it's good for fatigue, and it's also good for lack of appetite. Now, one would lead you to believe that all marijuana gives you the munchies, and I found that that's not true. There are some strains that I smoke, and I'm just like, oh, okay, this is cute. Might give me cotton mouth, I might be thirsty, but it doesn't necessarily give me an appetite. But this shit, definitely, I'm going to go upstairs when I'm done with y'all, and I'm going to cook up a bunch of shit. So, the beauty of Jack Herrera is that it'll yield about between 18 and 23% THC, and the CBD ratio is, I would say, it is about 0.03 to 0.2 percentage of CBD. So it's good. That's what makes it good for pain. And so we're smoking this combination today because we want to revel in the fact that Bob Marley was a big ass activist. His family continues his legacy. They continue to fight and put that awareness out in the world that blacks are awesome, we're unique, and we need to be treated as equals because we bring a lot of shit to the table that usually is stolen from us. So, we are going to put one in the air for Sir Marley, who today would have been his 73rd birthday. So, smoke one if you got one. Now, another thing that I want to talk about today, and I mentioned that I'm smoking this joint that's rolled in birthday cake papers made from Juicy J. And I said that I wasn't going to do reviews because with me being so new in terms of trying to get my name out there and new to the podcast where I don't want to be blackballed by anybody, but I have this saying, always be organic to you and live in your truth. And so I'm going to live in my truth. So I'm going to kick the shit to y'all real because people in the mainstream will lead you to believe that everything that glitters is gold. I ain't going to lie to y'all. So for those of you who are able to watch the video, you can see how smoothly this paper is burning. I personally like Juicy J's papers and Raw papers the best. The Raw is my favorite, followed very closely by Juicy J flavors. And honestly, the main reason is because of how they burn. They burn so smooth and so evenly. And so, me being a fan of a lot of the blogs and the Instagram pages of the different marijuana products, I looked up, I kept seeing all of these fucking joints and blunts that look like $100 bills. And I was like, what the fuck is this all about? Looked them up, Empire Papers, boom. Ordered some on Amazon. They sent me like 40 fucking papers for like $6. I said, okay, this ain't a bad deal. I'm going to try it. Went on, tagged them in the fucking Instagram post when I got them and shit. And then I rolled them up. These motherfucking papers are the worst. I literally just threw the remaining 30-something papers I had in the trash because they burn fucked up as a motherfucker, number one. Number two, they don't roll well at all. I don't remember what they're made of, but it's not like hemp or something like that. Yo, it's damn near impossible to wet these motherfuckers, and that's important when you're trying to roll some shit. They don't stick. Like, yo, they are horrible. These are the worst papers ever. I will never buy these papers. So if you buy Empire Papers and you have been able to get them to do what they supposed to do, fucking more power to you, because these papers are shit in my book. Juicy J's and Raw, I'm with it. And even with, you know, if I try another paper, I like Glass, because I like the clear shit, because, you know, it's awesome. So, again, back to Bob Marley and Jack Harrow. So, there's a show, I'm sure everybody knows about the show on Netflix called Disjointed with Kathy Bates. And so I was seeing it, the season 2 dropped last week. And I was like, I haven't seen anybody on the blogs or any of the, you know, people in the industry, in the community, talking about this show. It must be a shit-ass show. But let me check it out, see what's going on. I had a little bit of time, so I binge-watched both seasons. You know how that goes with Netflix. It's easy to get caught up. First, I'll say the episodes 1 through 4 of the first season, I was like, this shit is fucked up. This is a joke. I can't take this show seriously. They're playing on the stereotypes too much. This is not actually how stoners are. This is not how we get down. This is not how we are. So I'm like, I'm going to give it a shot. I kept watching. And honestly, y'all, it was a cute show. I don't know if any of my blacks are familiar with the Carmichael show, but it was like a stoner version of the Carmichael show. Like, it was funny. There were a lot of points that were actual and factual in terms of the dispensaries and the grow process and things of that nature. But a lot of times I felt like the stoner actors were over stoning. If that's a word. Like, yo, we don't really be like, do we really act like that? I don't think I really act like that. But it was very much what mainstream believes stoners are like. But in the show, they talked about, there was an episode where the feds came in. And so that goes back to, I don't know if a couple episodes ago, if you guys were listening, about how Jeff Sessions was trying to basically say that now the feds can come in and fuck with you if they want to. And it doesn't matter if your state has legalized it or not. They can come in, they can fuck with your money. They can do all kinds of shit. And so there was an episode where that happened. And I think that was maybe the turning point for me, because that is a real thing. And so for art to play that out, well, actually it would have been a situation of life imitating art, because that episode was filmed and happened prior to Jeff Sessions being on his rescinding bullshit. And so it was relatable. It made it extremely relatable, you know what I mean, in terms of a person who is communicating with the lobbyists and the activists, and you see what's happening in your community and things of that nature, you know, and it was just like, damn, it kind of made you connect to the show a little more than you normally would have. And so That, and then after that, this joint it was just funny. There were some moments where I watched it sober, but it was funny as shit. And there were some moments when I watched it high as a motherfucker, and it was funny as shit. So if you haven't already checked out Disjointed on Netflix, give yourself a couple of laughs and go ahead and check it out. I promise you will not be disappointed. If anything, you're gonna get a good laugh. And who doesn't want a good laugh, especially when you're high? So I'm a move on from that, and I'm gonna talk about something that kind of plays into Disjointed with it being a dispensary. I don't know if any of you have had an opportunity to shop at a dispensary or check out any of the prices that they have online or on Leafly or anything like that, but these motherfucking dispensary prices are shit. Like, they are high as a motherfucker. Like, on the street, you can get an eighth for like $50, between 40 and 50 bucks. Yo, I looked at one of the prices for some shit at one of the dispensaries, and the shit said $56 for an eighth. First of all, bitch, where did $6 come from? Let's talk about that. You just gonna tack on an arbitrary $6 motherfucking dollars and it's 50. Like, yo, what is this all about, son? This shit is crazy. And on top of that, the quality of flour that they have is honestly not better than the quality of flour you would find on the street or on the black market, or however you want to categorize it. It's no better. You know what I mean? And so it's like with the dispensaries, in my opinion, it's just one other way for the government to regulate any and everything that we do. And honestly, marijuana doesn't need regulation. If you're going to regulate it in terms of making sure that the grow houses and the farms are using all organic products, because it is an organic thing. And the fact that it's illegal is fucking foolishness. Like, what kind of world do we live in where nature is illegal? That's craziness. But this is the world that we live in. So that's why the people who are fighting, the activists, the people who are associated with the lobbyists, organizations, you guys are major players. You guys are a major deal, like a big deal. You're really important. And so it's like it's easy to get discouraged. But don't. If you haven't begun to fight for your rights for marijuana and you enjoy this plant and you love cannabis, get out there, talk to your councilman, your congressman, your senators, whoever is in charge of making these laws. Get in contact with your state's normal organization, and that's NORML, no A. And find out what you can do and how you can get involved, because we as blacks are painted as criminals in the marijuana community, in the cannabis community, and we aren't given the same opportunities and breaks as the whites, and it's not fair. It's just not fair, because we are medicating, we are trying to live holistic and organic and whole lives just like other races, well, the white race, and we're not given that same fair shot. And it's wildly unfortunate. So we need people to stand up and say, hey, weed is all right. I'm not a criminal, and I need this to live a better life. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead on and I'm going to close this episode out. And I'm going to see you guys on the other side. Rock out, bless up. Happy birthday, Bob Marley. And I'll see you guys the next time. The next episode is going to be the beauty episode. And so it's going to be real cute. Y'all, the ladies are really going to love the next episode. So I'll see you guys later.